Good YouTube, Quinway coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the San Antonio Spurs getting another win against the Portland Trailblazers. And the Spurs had that next man up mentality that we have enough, we can compete with teams and we can get it done. And they was able to do it tonight. The Portland Trailblazers fall to 3-6. The Spurs improved to 4-5 and 3-1 at home. And the Spurs started off this game real well, 33 points to 27. The Portland Trailblazers made it even more competitive in the second quarter because it was a 28 to 23 second quarter. Spurs was able to get a real good groove together, 35 to 24 in the third, and then they finished off the fourth quarter winning it by 1 point, 27 to 26, for 118 points by the Spurs and 105 by the Blazers. The Blazers just don't have enough weapons that they can rely on to score and create shots for themselves and each other. But we knew that they're a young team still trying to figure things out, still trying to figure who they are and what they want to be as players. And some of the other guys already know what they are, like a DeAndre Ayton, and they're just going to play to their strengths. Camera, 4 points, negative 10 and plus minus, three personal fouls, two turnovers, one steal, one assist, nine rebounds. Three of them was offensive, or three from the 3 point line, 2 of 7 from the field. Jeremy Grant still showing you that he can be a very good player for another team that's in the playoff hunt, but he seems like he's happy still in Portland. 21 points, negative 16 and plus minus, three personal fouls, two turnovers, one assist, three rebounds, 8 of 11 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from three, 6 of 10 from the field. Denny Avia, 9 points, negative 4 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from 3 point line, 3 of 5 from the field. And DeAndre Ayton with a double-double. He had 20 and 10, 21 points, negative 4 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 2 steals, 10 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive. He was 1 of 2 from the 3 point line, which is good that he's not falling in love with that 3 point shot. And he's also not really falling in love with the mid range, but he's showing you that he's not afraid to take it. And he will take it, even if it's a floater or a push shot, which he has had in his bag for about 3 to 4 years. So it still looks good that he has his bread and butter if he's not dunking or trying to get into a pass in the dunker spot or a deep catch, but he's still showing you that he's strong enough and quick enough to make the right decision to score. And he was 10 of 15 from the field because of that. Simon still playing his game, shooting the ball and using his speed and quickness on the screens to be able to make a decision and put the defense in a tough position, especially if he's knocking it down. He was all right from three today, 3 of 9 from the 3 point line, 7 of 16 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 7 assists because of that pressure that he puts on the defense to make a decision, and he's able to pass it to the right guy or just pass it in general when he feels that guy should have the ball or he trusts that they can make the right decision, and they trusted him to make the right decision in a sense. And that's why this team looks a little bit better because of the additions that they had added to this team in the offseason than last year. 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, negative 14 plus minus for Simons. He also had 19 points. Walker, 3 points plus 1 and plus minus. He was 1 on 1 from 3. That was his only field goal. The free throw attempts, that he didn't really do anything else because he only had 1 minute. Murray, 1 minute, 2. He didn't do anything because of that. He was plus 1 and plus minus. Reith, 1 minute, 2. He didn't really do nothing because of that. Plus 1 and plus minus. Klingon, 12 minutes. He was 0-2 from the field, 0-1 from 3. He did have 4 rebounds. They all was offensive. 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, negative 9 and plus minus. Sharp, 6 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 2 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, negative 4 and plus minus. He did have 13 points. Which is good to see. That was the highest points that they scored off the bench was by Sharp tonight. Banton, 1 of 8 from the field. He was 0-2 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He did have 3 rebounds, 1 that was offensive, 3 assists, 1 steal. He had a plus 6 and plus minus at 4 points. And Scoot Henderson coming off the bench, 5 of 12. He did play 20 minutes. He was 1-2 from 3. He had 3 rebounds, 1 that was offensive. He had 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, negative 9 plus minus. He did get into double figures with 11. And Rupert, 0-1 from the field. He had a 3 attempt and he didn't make it. Everything else didn't matter because he only played 8 minutes, so he didn't do anything. He was negative 4 and plus minus 0 points. And the rest of the guys did not play. It was coach's decision. 41 of 86, 47% from the field. 9 of 32, 28% from 3. And 14 of 22, 63% from the free throw line. 41 rebounds, 23 assists, 7 steals, 3 blocks, 14 turnovers, and 14 personal fouls, and 105 points. And then the San Antonio Spurs win another game. They looking respectable out there still to this day, even though they had a lot of injuries, and they ended up getting another one, Malachi Brennan, not being able to shake it off really. And we'll see what happens with him in the future. Champagny had another good game. He was 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 8 from three, 6 rebounds. One was offensive, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, plus 10 and plus minus 14 points. Harrison Barnes, 11 points for him, 2 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 2 turnovers, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. 4 was offensive, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from three. He was 4 of 9 from the field. He really has been what the Spurs needed. Just getting that guy that can put the ball on the floor, make the right decision, hit a three, get out in transition when it's needed. It just really helping with the assists and keeping the offense balanced in rebounding the ball very well. And he's a guy to take care of the ball very well when he does handle it a little bit. Victor still struggling to find his groove and his shot and what he can really do on the offensive end. And he really didn't play that well tonight. He's 4 of 13 from the field, 2 of 6 from three, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He did have 8 rebounds and 2 of them was offensive, 2 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, 4 turnovers, -7 plus minus 12 points. Chris Paul didn't do much, didn't really need him to do much, but he did make the right play for the most part tonight. 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from three. 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, -1 and plus minus 6 points. And Stephon Castle had one of his better games, if not his best game of the regular season. 6 of 11 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3 point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 3 rebounds. One of them was offensive. He had 6 assists and 1 personal foul and plus 12 and plus minus and 14 points. You got to give him credit when they needed him to be ready, when they needed to rely on him the most because of injuries. He was able to come in, defend decently, and score the basketball and take good care of the basketball as he had 0 turnovers, like I said. And he was able to make good decisions and score when they needed to and not force up shots, trying to be the hero tonight. And you got to give him credit for playing like a veteran out there and just being ready when his number was called. Collins, 14 points, plus 20 and plus minus 4 personal foul, 1 turnover, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. One was offensive, 2 of 3 from the 3 point line, 6 of 7 from the field. Mekhi Luke, 1-on-1 from the field. It was a three. That was his attempts. He made that one. 3 rebounds, 1 of them was offensive, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, 3 points. Johnson, 17 points, plus 17 and plus minus 4 personal foul. He did have 3 assists, a double-double for him as he had 11 rebounds. 2 of was offensive, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from three, 6 of 13 from the field. Bassie didn't play within a minute. He only played 0, so he still played, but not enough to make a difference. Malachi Brennan played 22 minutes, so he had an impact. He was 6 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And he also had 1 rebound and 3 assists. He also had 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, plus 12 and plus minus is 17 points. That was actually tied with Johnson for the most points off the bench. But he got injured. We'll see what happens with him later this week or even tomorrow. Wesley, 4 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, 10 points. And number 25, I don't want to butcher his name, so I'm not going to say it. 0 minutes. He had 1 rebound, and that was it for him. The team shot 44 of 82, 53%, 16 of 39, 41% from three, 14 of 18, that's 77% from the free throw line, 45 rebounds, 35 assists. So they did get more assists and more rebounds by a significant margin over the Blazers. They also had 9 steals and 4 blocks. They had 15 turnovers as a team and 15 personal fouls. And this was a good, fun game for the Spurs to see what they really have and see what they really can do before a lot of the other guys come back and get back healthy. And they have had a season with injuries and a season that hasn't been lost because they only 1 game away from being 500, even though they haven't had their best player look that great or amazing. He still is a good defender. He got a couple blocks and he did get scored on a lot in this game, even with the Portland Trailblazers, who aren't really the greatest finishers. They was able to get deep in the paint and still finish over Wembanyama or just go right at him and score. And it didn't really look that difficult for him because they did that throughout the entire game. I'm looking at Wemby and saying, well, we got to see more from you. We still believe that you can be great. We still know that you have potential. We still got to see more from Wembanyama on a dominant level because he hasn't really been that this entire season. And it's sad to say that too because he was just so promoted as this, giant. And he is tall and he is long, he is lanky, he is very mobile, but he hasn't took full advantage of that on the offensive end. He hasn't been a dominant player. He hasn't been an unstoppable player. His shot is just not falling from the perimeter, especially from three. So a lot of the things that they was advertising was things that he possibly can do well in the future. He hasn't done that now, and this is his second year in the league. And we have got a larger sample size of what he's going to be because they already played preseason together, and they played almost 10 games in the regular season, and he still doesn't look what we thought he would look at as a prospect in year two. Like, you're supposed to be getting better. You're supposed to be finding your groove. You're supposed to know what you're trying to do, and you're supposed to know your game. And he does take the shots that we thought that he would. He's just not knocking them down at all, really at all. So it's crazy to see Wembanyama struggle like this and play the way he has been playing as the season has started. And luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack and really helped him out, because they wouldn't be at this start if it wasn't for guys like Barnes and Chris Paul and Champagnie, and guys like Jeremy Sohan having better career games, and Stephon Castle being able to step in this game and scoring double figures, and the guys like Keldon still helping the team out as one of their better players, and he has accepted a role of coming off the bench too. And Wemby has been probably their worst starter some nights, just like today. Like, he didn't even really seem like he was out there sometimes outside of defensively. And even then, I question if he had a great defensive game. So Wemby is under a lot of pressure. This is going to be something that's going to be well talked about. People already in the media. I was one of the first person that said I'm not really happy or impressed by Wemby, and I'm starting to see a lot of people say the same thing because he hasn't played well for that reason, and it's going to be much earned. It's like, if you want us to respect you, you want us to vote for you for awards, you have to play up to that level. But if you're supposed to be at that level and you're supposed to be one of the best players and this franchise is supposed to be building around you, we also got to give you constructive criticism to help you get better or tell you what you're missing if you're not getting that type of advice or that type of help. And as me being an analyst, this is what I do for a living. I'm always trying to find a way to break something down, explain something, and help something, because that's what analysts supposed to do, is give you constructive criticism. So I'm looking at a lot of areas in the paint, a lot of areas on the perimeter, a lot of his shot selection. He just need to cut a lot of that out and just stick to a minimalistic, simplistic style of game. Stick to what you know best, stick to what you do best, and don't really try to deviate from it as much as he has been doing, offensively especially. But defensively, you can catch him backpedaling, you can catch him moving his feet a little too slow, or you can catch him trying to stay close to his man so you can attack him for that reason. And if you get there early, it's still tough for him to block those shots. And we've seen guys do that tonight where you're long, you're lanky, but it's still the fundamental and the laws of gravity and the laws of physics that allow us to still be confident going into the paint, even though you're a freak of nature. And I feel like it's crazy because it was the Blazers out of all teams exposing that, like other teams, and they don't really have the greatest finishers, like I said in the video prior to getting to this part. So I'm still off on Wemby. I'm still like, he ended the season last year great, and he did look like a shining star. He did seem like the player that we thought he would be. But this year has been brutal for Wemby, and he hasn't really looked good outside of 2-3 games. And that's not enough, because that's not even half the season at this point. And we still got to see what he's going to get better at, because he's still doing the same things that hasn't really worked for him. And he's not even looking improved at all in the season. He haven't even gave us a good 3 games in a row to me, in my opinion. And that's sad to say, because I would have never thought that that would happen with a player like Wembanyama. The work ethic and the God-given talent that he has to fill it out with his physical tools too, he has a lot to work with, and he hasn't really lived up to the hype so far. And I have to say that because it's the truth. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And on top of that, make sure you're still watching the videos. If you miss some, I'm just giving you a reminder, because I upload a lot throughout the day. And if you're new to the channel, you clicked on it or you watched it for the first time, and you like NBA content, this might be the channel for you. Most people recommend this channel when they see the content that I offer. Also offer breakdowns of legends and breakdowns of current players and current rookies. And I already did the Stephon Castle and Wembanyama breakdowns on my channel, so check those out too if you want to see more, because I cover every team in the sport basically throughout the week. And I do upload every single day for the most part, all 7 days of the week. And I do that monthly, yearly, and weekly. And I basically upload a lot throughout the day, so you're gonna have a lot of content to watch because of this channel if you love basketball that much. So other than that, Thanks for watching. Thanks for continuing to watch, and thanks for riding with me over the last 10 plus years. If you've been doing it, got love for y'all, got respect for y'all. I still see y'all in the comment section. I didn't forget about y'all. Y'all been riding with me for a while. Y'all all across the world, all across the globe now. We global now. We worldwide. And it's just fun to see how far YouTube can take us to this point. And now it's the Playground brand is at a high level, the clothing is at a high level, and the fans are still coming and going, but we still love the ones that want to stay, like the other ones that have been doing it since 2013. Other than that, gotta say thank you for watching, and that's it for the rest of the day, and hopefully I can see you guys tomorrow.